Do you believe in ghosts?
In the 1960s, Gothic horror was going through a revival, and with it, many classic horror films were made. The atomic age of monster movies in the 1950s were thrown by the wayside to make room for the supernatural and psychological horrors of today. In today's video, we will be turning back time to see the top 5 Gothic horror films of the 1960s. Black Sabbath, 1963. We start our list with Mario Bava's Black Sabbath, an anthology with 3 tales of suspense and an introduction by horror icon Boris Karloff. The first story, The Telephone, has a French call girl being harassed by her stalker. The dread and paranoia builds up to the end of this segment as our heroine comes face to face with the voice on the other end of the phone. Will she survive? Our next segment in this horror anthology is The Voodalak. Our second story has the patriarch of the family return home after slaying a vampire, only to turn on his loved ones. This is a story you can sink your teeth into, with Boris Karloff playing the titular Voodalak in a Shakespearean performance. The closing segment, The Drop of Water, has a nurse robbing a corpse of its precious sapphire ring, only to be haunted by its owner to close out this trilogy of terror. Mario Bava had already established his name in Italian cinema at this point in his career. Black Sabbath showed that the master of the macabre has a lot more in the tank when it comes to unsettling scares.
And in the name of Satan, I place a curse upon you!
Black Sunday, 1960. Speaking of the master of the macabre, we're not done yet with Bava. In his directorial debut, Mario Bava brings us a classic with a simple story of good versus evil. When a witch is put to death, she vows vengeance on her brother's bloodline and returns 2 centuries later to exact said revenge. Barbara Steele puts on a stunning performance between playing the innocent Katia and the seductive and evil witch Asa Vada. Do not stare too long into the eyes of the queen of all scream queens, unless you wish to be vexed. If spooky castles, haunted cemeteries, and demon dogs are on your checklist for this gothic horror feature, look no further than to this classic gem.
The history of Hill House was ideal. It had everything I wanted.
The Haunting, 1963. Based on The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, The Haunting tells the story of a small group of people invited to investigate the infamous Hill House. Robert Wise's The Haunting focuses its subject on Julie Harris's Eleanor and her experiences with the supernatural from her past. The Haunting isn't loud with its scares. Most would say it's a slow burn. The horrors on screen take their time to isolate their victims and strike when ready, whether that be the spirits or the decaying mental state of the people occupying said house. Is Hill House really haunted, or is it just the people that reside in it? We'll leave that up to you, the viewer.
One of the Usher women drowned herself in it. She was never found.
House of Usher, 1960. What do you get when you combine Roger Corman and Vincent Price for an adaptation of one of Edgar Allan Poe's most popular works? Absolute treasure. House of Usher entails the last of the Usher bloodline crippled by a family curse. Roderick Usher, played by Vincent Price, does all to prevent his sister's marriage and believes death is their only exit from their dire situation. One would say this is a haunted house movie, but I'm a little inclined to say the house isn't haunted. As Vincent Price descends into madness, the Usher home crumbles slowly. In the climax of the film, with Roderick and his sister, we witness not only the death of a family, but the death of everything they stood for. House of Usher would be a success for American International Pictures and give way to more films based on Poe's works from Roger Corman and Price. The Innocents, 1961. Yes, we end our list with, yet again, another book adaptation. The Innocents is based on Henry James's The Turn of the Screw, with Hollywood royalty Deborah Kerr playing a governess tasked to watch 2 creepy kids in a, you guessed it, haunted mansion. The Innocents, much like The Haunting, is another slow burn gothic horror film that has you wondering if the supernatural is real, or are we simply losing our minds? Creepy kids, imposing mansion, lead actress crashing out. It's a simple recipe to every gothic horror film for this decade. What do you think about this list? Did any of your favorites make it on here? If not, share your list down below in the comments, and thank you all for watching.